Hey everybody, welcome back. I know it's been a while. Sorry, I'm getting used to my wife's camera here. It's been a while. I'm starting to get a few things ready. We've got some seeds in the ground. We've got some herbs growing, all that good stuff. I thought I'd go ahead and make me some row markers for our little garden. Let me show you guys what I got, what we're going to be doing. I've got some giant crafting popsicle sticks, is what I call it. Got a little stencil kit. I've got a pencil. I've got a Dremel. And I've got a wood burner. And the wood burner has the flow point tip on it. I know that because I just looked at the directions on the back of the package where I bought it. Today is actually the first time I've ever used one of these. I did a few practice runs already before I wanted to film this. Now before we get too far into this, this is not a how to do it. This is a how I do it. I assume all the risks on my own because this is my tools, my responsibilities for myself kind of thing. So, but enough of that, let's get started. Now first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these little pop, well I say little, they're several inches long. They're actually about 10 inches long and they're a good 1.5 inches wide. It's the giant popsicle sticks. I'm going to take my little stencil and I'm going to line it up and I'm just going to stencil the name that I'm going to put on here. This one is going to be pumpkin. So I've sharpened my pencil. Yeah, got my little pencil sharpener here too. Sharpen my pencil, I'm ready to go. I'm just going to go ahead and stencil pumpkin onto this popsicle stick. I am not a crafter by any means. All of this I'm just kind of figuring out as I go. I made a few of these. That's what this stack right here is already. I showed them to my Brenda. She gave me a giant thumbs up in person. So I'm going to go ahead and share how I did these with you folks. Now I'm using pencil lead because I found out through my own errors that you can actually, if you make a mistake, just erase it. If you can't erase it, it's wood. Get you a little piece of sandpaper and erase it that way. So, yes, I'm spelling it to myself to make sure that I don't mess up spelling one of these again. Now every stencil kit is different, so you just kind of have to figure out how to line up and space this. Now if you're somebody with a whole lot better handwriting than me, you could probably just handwrite this on there. Totally up to you. Alright, I've got pumpkin on here. Kind of hard to see. I apologize for the lighting in my little building here. Now I'm going to take my Dremel, and it's got the little carving universal tip on it, and I'm just going to kind of follow the writing that I did, just kind of make a groove. You folks can probably see where this is going, so hold on to your ears. This could be a little loud. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to show this to you, even though you really can't tell that much of a difference, but I guess if I angle it just right, you can see that that Dremel tool has grooved that up pretty good. So I'm going to take a piece of this aforementioned sandpaper here, just kind of smooth it out, because sometimes that Dremel leaves a bit of a raised edge there. I just don't want to get any splinters in my fingers. That's all there is to that. So I'm just going to run this sandpaper across it, just to kind of try to smooth it out. And those of you that are curious, I just grabbed a piece of 100 grit sandpaper. You can smooth it out if you want to. Use a higher grit, because the higher the number, the finer the sand, that kind of thing. All right. Now, I should have already turned on my wood burner That way it would have been warming up while we're doing this, but I just turned it on. So while it's doing that, its thing getting warmed up, I'm going to straighten up around here just a little bit, and we'll be back here in just a minute. Okay, here we go. Got my wood burner all warmed up. Like I said, I've only used this a few times, so those of you that are wood burner experts, you've been to the school of wood burnerology. Sorry, I couldn't help that. We watch a lot of Green Acre Homestead, so you know. So I'm going to very carefully just trace the lines that I made with the stencil and with the Dremel. Now, the trick to this wood burner I figured out is the slower you go, the more it burns. Kind of makes sense, I guess. So I'm just going to rather quickly trace this out, adjusting my speed to get the darkness and the burn that I want. So let's go ahead and try this. Okay, it's not quite warm enough yet, so I'm gonna just keep going over it again because it's still warm enough to burn, but not as warm as it can get. So I'm gonna continue this, and I'm just gonna adjust my speed as it heats up. Like I said, I've done a few of these already, so I know how hot this thing can get. It's starting to heat up as it goes because I'm going a little quicker. But, you know, like I've said, this is your project. You do it however you want to do it. Don't go too fast or you'll boo-boo like I did. But that's all right. Like I said, this isn't a how-to. Well, actually, this isn't a how-you. This is a how-me. How I do it, how I did it. So there it is, all pumpkin burned in. Let me show you the rest of these. Got pumpkin, which you folks just saw me make. Did one for peas. Did one for radishes. Squash, bell peppers, green beans, Roma tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, and banana peppers. Yes, I've got more than one kind of pepper because we're growing more than one kind of pepper. I've got more than one kind of tomato because we're growing more than one kind of tomato. But that's kind of how that is. Just a short video to show you folks one of the projects that I did here. You're going to start seeing a little bit more of me, a little bit more of these projects. It could be something in the garden. It could be something around the yard. It could be something here in my little building. And that drawer right there is a drill powered lathe. I've dabbled a little bit here or there with some wood turning over the last couple of years. You're going to start seeing some more of that too. Just little things that I do. Like I said, it could be something with the garden. It could be something in the yard. It could be a little bit of woodworking. Could be a few projects. You never can know. You folks are just going to have to check back with us to see what's going on next time. In the meantime, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like our content. Leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think. I am open for all comments and suggestions. This is the way that I do some things. If there's a way that you folks do some things, I'm welcome to try that to see if it's easier, because it's easiest is the best way to do it. One of my philosophies in life is, if you're not learning, then you're not paying attention, and I always try to learn something new every day. I invite you folks to do the same thing. But thanks for watching. I'll let you folks get back to what you're doing, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye.